a hot take right here, and I'm probably gonna catch some backlash about from what I'm about to say, but here we go. So as a African American man, coming up in black household, it's almost like we're programmed or taught to vote Democrat, and I voted Democrat. I actually voted for the first time in '08, but this past election cycle, you know, Joe Biden was elected, and as Black people, minorities as a whole are taught that Democrats are gonna come save the day, Democrats are gonna help, Democrats are gonna do that, and the whole time Democrats do nothing. Nothing. And I'm not saying Republicans do great. I'm not saying that they're gonna come save the day either. But I'm speaking on the Democrat and how the Democratic side and how minorities are almost taught from a young age to vote Democrat because it's supposed to be better for us. But during this past election cycle, Trump would always talk about the media, fake news. And I started looking into it, and there's some truth to that because the media vilified Trump and they propped up Joe. And as we've seen, at least in my personal opinion, this administration has underperformed severely. And, I just don't think Joe's capable of doing the job. And I don't think Kamala's qualified to do the job. And you might say, why, who are you to say that? I'm a hardworking American. That's who I am. That's what my tax dollars paying for. That's what our tax dollars are paying for. So we need something better. We need to have better leadership in this country. And, Black people and minorities, what have you, were taught to vote Democrat. And every election cycle, they talk about helping inner city kids and, lowering poverty numbers in the inner city every election cycle, and it never changes. It never changes. It never changes. After all of this time, for me, I'm 31. Every election cycle, this is what I hear about. And over my 31 years, it's still an issue. It's still an issue. You would think after all this time, all the money we've sent to different countries, that these urban areas would have been fixed up by now. But that's that Democratic promise. That's that Democratic promise. And they keep getting away with it, and we keep voting for them. And I just feel like, we need to sit down and really look into what Democrats are doing, because they act like they care. They act like they're for the advancement of equality. Are they really? Because Joe is just a terrible candidate to put on the ticket. And my prediction is, come the next election cycle, whether he runs against Trump or DeSantis, it's going to be a landslide loss for Joe Biden. Mark my words.